Welcome back. This is Family Time 202. We're looking at our responsible decision making, social emotional learning competency. So, specifically, we're looking at identifying problems. If you want to make good decisions, it's important to be clear about what problems we're addressing, what obstacles we're trying to overcome. And that's not always as easy as it seems. So, we're talking about getting to the root of the problem. Oftentimes in life, we are addressing surface level issues. We're not really getting to the heart of the issue. I think of it as the Hydra in Greek mythology. Maybe you've seen like the Hercules cartoon or whatever, but in Greek mythology, Hercules, the hero, fights the Hydra. And the Hydra, if you cut one head off the Hydra, two more grow back in its place, and the problems just keep getting more overwhelming. And eventually, depending on the version of the legend, Hercules either has to cut the head off and cauterize the wound, like burn the wound so it won't grow back, until he eventually gets rid of all the heads, or he gets past the heads and gets to the heart of the Hydra and kills it. And I think a lot of times that's a great analogy for any problems that we face in life is too often we spend time just attacking these surface level things as they come at us. And it's the next issue, the next issue, the next issue. And we're never able to get any deeper to actually get to the heart of the animal. So that's what we're trying to do here a little bit. And what this really takes, it takes some honesty and it takes some introspection to say like, all right, what's really my issue here? And we're going to practice this in class, but I want you to think about any issue that you have in your life, and I want you to try to boil it down to its base element. You know, maybe it's something like, oh, geez, I just don't have any time. You know, busy with all school and activities and homework, and I don't have any time. Well, is it really that you don't have any time, or is it an issue of time management? I mean, we all have the exact same 24 hours in a given day. So, okay, what are some issues that you can address there? So if you can start to get a little deeper like that, then it allows us to go like, okay, my real issue is with my time management, not with my lack of time. And if you can take it even a step beyond that, that's even better. Because then if you can go, okay, I struggle with time management. Why do I struggle with time management? What do? I get distracted by my phone, man. Then I just scroll through things like that. Well, why am I doing that? Well, I guess maybe it's for that instant gratification because this is certainly more enjoyable in the immediacy than it is maybe doing my homework or something like that, or having a more regimented schedule. And then you can say, okay, well, why do I do that? Why do I go for that thing that's like an immediate gratification? Maybe that's the thing I really need to work on is delaying my gratification for bigger things. And then we start to really get to the heart of the thing. It's sort of, you almost have to go through the process of like a little kid. Maybe if some of you have younger siblings or something, they do that like, why? That's actually a pretty good practice for yourself to be like, why? Why do I do that? Why do I do that? And a lot of times we can boil it down to those base human needs that we've talked about. Whether it's like a sense of belonging, for example, is a base human need. So I think about that one all the time, of belonging, acceptance, however you want to phrase that. But I think about that all the time with students, with my own children, where if somebody's acting out in class, student who's making a decision that's deemed not desirable by the teacher or at home, not desirable by your parents, whatever that might be, a lot of times I try to look at, okay, what is the root of the issue here? Why is this person behaving in this way? Why is this student behaving in this way? Why is my own kid behaving in this way? And in an instant like that, it's like, okay, sometimes, and people do this throughout their whole lives. It's not just young people. Adults do this as well. Where it's like, if you struggle to find attention and acceptance in a positive way. When I say positive way, a way that's probably healthy, then you will find a way to fulfill that desire for attention in a negative way. And a lot of times the negative way is easier. It's so much faster. Where if you do something and you're wanting to elicit some sort of reaction from someone else, some sort of connection from someone else, it's very easy to do something that they deem negative and get a negative reaction. Now you might be thinking like, well, that's silly. Maybe you're someone who often has an issue in class, a behavioral thing, something like that. And you might be thinking to yourself, well, that's not the case with me. Well, that's what I mean. It takes a lot of honesty and introspection to really get something out of this, but to be like, okay, why do I do that? Why do you do that if I'm really, I know there's going to be a consequence that's not great? Well, it may have something to do with like, look, in this particular setting, I want some attention. I want some sense of belonging. So maybe I'm going to do this thing to try to impress my friends or make them laugh over because I want that acceptance. It's not wrong to want acceptance at all. It's built into all of us. But we have to think about what need are we really trying to fill there. I do that with my own kids. Like my youngest children, they'll do things sometimes that might be deemed as annoying or challenging to one of us parents or to the older siblings. And it takes some time to step back and be like, okay, like they're looking for some attention now. Sometimes I'll just ask, like, would you like some attention right now? And we'll talk about like, there's a positive way to do this and not doing things to insert yourself or try to make things difficult for other people. So just think about that a little bit this week. Not that you need to solve all your problems, but think about a problem you have and can you really drill it down to the root of the problem, to like your human need that you're trying to fulfill, or maybe the human need someone else is trying to fulfill, and then we can address that in a meaningful way. All right, until next time, much love.